Okay, so we're gonna do a live edit now. I'm gonna keep this somewhat basic. We're gonna do the more advanced, intricate edit in the advanced section. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've added in all the video files that I want to use. And I also have added in a video that has the audio that I want. So saved it from TikTok, put it in to my laptop. I'm gonna put the audio in. So yeah, most of this video, I'll try my best to walk through everything I'm doing, but this is just gonna be a live edit. All right, so from start to finish. More of a, I'm hoping, so this is 28 seconds. We'll keep it at 28 seconds. We'll see what the end audio, like what he says, whether I want to cut it short or not. But yeah, just walk you through it. So video files are in. We're going to drag this video onto the timeline, right? We're going to find where the TikTok sign comes in. We're going to drag it to get rid of that. Still there. So we're going to find that exact moment. This is why I like to have that preview on, because you know exactly where to cut it. You use B, the hotkey, A to select, delete. Where you see everything is coming in. So now what I do is I right click. I'm going to go to extract audio, lock the audio, and I'm going to delete the video file. All right. The reason I do that is because if it's not locked and you delete the video file, the audio will go too. So lock the audio, and then delete it. Then from here, you can unlock it if you wish to, but I have the whole, it's a video I saw, I liked it, I like what he was saying, so I'm gonna make an edit to it. So now what I'll do is, before I put in any of my own clips, text, I'm gonna go to auto captions. This is the basic edit, but a lot of this stuff there's a whole module about auto captions in the next section, so I'll show that then. So you want to go to text, auto captions, auto detect, all this is off. I don't want any emojis. Generate, it's going to generate the captions for me now. I like to do it like this because now I like to put the video files like in kind of like sync with the words. That's just what I like to do. I don't always do it like that. These type of edits, it's nice to do that. If it's an edit where it's a talking head video, you know, it's somebody talking, they're teaching you something, I'll do the captions last. I'll get all the video stuff done first, but something like this, I like to get the captions done. All right, so I'm gonna select the font. I'm gonna pick a font that I like. I'm gonna go with, you know what, it doesn't really matter what I choose for now. I'm gonna just stick with the basic one. I'm gonna go to animate, because I'm gonna go to captions. I'm gonna go to my favorites, and there's this one, bounce out, bounce out. This is the one that has the words coming in, right? Now the text, apply to all main captions is switched on. So whatever I do to one piece of text, it does it to everything, okay?
They say self-mastery begins with self-discovery.
What I like to do is listen to it, make sure it's matching before I even do anything else.
You don't really discover who you are until you test it. Run towards challenge. Welcome adversity. That's where the real work happens.
So from there, I've already identified something like run towards challenge. I'm gonna have big on the screen. I'm gonna have it still up. That kind of stuff we can do afterwards, but at least the text is up. I'm definitely gonna change the font because that is not the font I wanna use for this. That's actually one of my favorite fonts, but for this, I'm gonna choose something else. I'll probably choose it towards the end properly if I can't find what I want, but I'm thinking something along the lines of Penting, if they have it. I'm just gonna pick a bold. Even that, I'm not too. We'll keep it simple for now. I'm gonna keep it in the middle. All right, let's pick some video files. This is self-mastery. All right, so I wanna have something like Okay, what could we have for the first? You know what? I want this to be the very first thing. Also, just to so you see, it's vertical format. It's here. The ratio 16:9. We're all good to go. Okay. I'm gonna have that right there. See how when I deleted this video file because I don't need it no more, the text disappeared too. So sometimes you have to lock it, delete it, and then unlock it again. Why? Because the visuals kind of latches to the text. It's kind of cool. It's called like bounding or something like that. See, I want that as just like the visual hook to start, and then it'll be me. If you notice, I'm zooming in and out constantly. Kind of like this spot right here where I look to the right and then I look inwards right there. So I'm going to clip it right there. I'm going to delete. I'll just keep the text locked. And that gets pulled. See how it's magnetized? It gets pulled right here.
They say self-mastery begins with self-discovery.
They say self-mastery.
They say self.
Now what I'm going to do is pull this onto another like lane. Another layer, sorry. Because I do want that clip, I just don't want it right there.
Self-discovery. Mastery begins with self-discovery.
Right there, that's all. So I want it where the self-discovery, I want that there. Begins, right with begins.
It begins with self.
And then I'm gonna have something else here. What though? I don't know. I could have put a lot more of the video files, but I'm just working with this. So let's see what we got. Also, your videos will have audio, so don't forget to mute the lanes. You can mute them from here, or you can just drag them in. All right, I want this one.
They say self-mastery begins with.
See, I don't like the timing of that.
They say self.
I want the pull up actually in the start, right there.
They say self.
Okay, so something's missing. It's obviously like a transition. Let's go see what transitions we have in here. These are my favorites. Let's see if this one will look good.
They say.
Ooh. I think this one might be the best one.
They say self.
I want it to be longer and slower.
They say self.
See how it...
They say self-mastery begins with
I like it.
self-discovery. But you don't.
I like it a lot. I don't need any of this now. Which means this one can get pulled back down.
It begins with self-discovery. But you don't really
Go back to media. Let's see what he says.
discover who you are until you test it.
You don't know who you are until you test it. I unfortunately didn't add that much fitness videos in here, so I might need to add some more
You
in.
don't really discover who you.
Everyday flow state. Why does it say everyday flow state?
You don't really. You don't really
See, now I'm gonna have a bunch of small clips in here. So like you don't really know who you are until you test it. These are all transitional stuff. Let's get some water going in there. It's gonna be like,
You don't really discover who you.
this is gonna be like all small clips basically.
You don't really discover.
And I like this scene for this. I definitely feel like in the midst of editing this, I haven't added enough clips. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some more clips for this.
Discover who you are. Discover who you.
I'm actually gonna keep these all the same.
You don't really discover.
So it's like a dun 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 if you hear the piano.
You don't really discover who you are.
Let's have me walking, let's have me hanging out, let's have me walking out. I want to get some running in there too. That's it, that's all I need. I'm gonna get this segment right here is all small clips. What I like to do sometimes is put them on top of each other to make sure they're the same length, because that way it kind of flows. It flows nice when they're all the same length.
Really discover who you are. You don't really discover who you are.
Then let's have me. Okay, let me just go add some more clips in. All right, so let's view that super quick.
Welcome. Adversity. That's where the real work happens.
All right, so we're gonna add one here, and then we got the end part right here, which I clipped prior because I want to put, although the visuals are matching the words on this side, I want the visuals to match the beat on this side. So let's clip these in. So we got work happens. We got 2 more clips. I'm gonna actually add this one back in because there's a part at the end that I could use of me running. Work happens. We're going to do it to happens. We're going to actually put in this one as well. Although I've used these clips, some of them are so long that they have other parts to it. I think for this one, yeah, I'm going to use this end part. Pull it and drag it. So we're going to do work happens. See, I knew it was a tiny clip. Happens. And then we're going to have this one longer. Why? Because the words end there, but I want the clip to start here. Look.
Where the real work happens.
Boom. And then it continues on. All right. So this end part, we're going to have clips for each part of these. I have an idea where I'm going to have the running. Although I had the running clip, sometimes I like to use them again. Kind of just tells the story of a different part. And also when I shoot my videos, I like to shoot different parts in one file. So you see different things. All right, so we got the running. We're going to click it. We're going to make it bigger. And to make things bigger, you just drag it, or you can use the scale right here. And then I'm going to add the drone. I'm going to find the part where I run through. It's not right here, so we'll just do that part right there. Delete the excess, zoom back in. There's a lot of zooming in and out. So now look, it's a little bit slow, so we're going to speed it up. Yeah, drag it to match, and then we'll flip to another scene. Oh, we have all these other ones at the start too that we didn't even touch. We're going to use that tool right there to just rotate, make it bigger, find, you know, the edit becomes so much more easier when you have all this footage. When you have, again, this is this style where there's a lot of like B-rolls, a lot of like just offset scenes, a lot of matching. If it's a talking head video, it's different. You know, you just piece it together. tell the story, you add the captions in, you make sure the hook is there, you make sure everything's in order. So I don't actually like that there. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put this one in. It's almost like just a balance between like lifestyle and like matching the talking. It's like me and my friend walking and the working out, so on and so forth. Zoom back in, clip it right there, and then we can end with like, just like say this one. I really like the crossing off to end with. Again, dragging it to just make sure it matches, and it ends it. You gotta make sure we don't forget to make it bigger, make sure it's all in the middle. I like to quadruple check some of my edits because you have to make sure. All right, let's just quickly fly through it.
They say self-mastery begins with self-discovery, but you don't really discover who you are until you test it. Run towards challenge. Welcome adversity. That's where the real work happens.
See, I like that. I like that. All right. So if you notice, we haven't color graded it. We haven't put any LUTs on it yet. There is something I want to do to the text. Before I just did auto captions, so they were there as a placeholder, so I could connect it all together. However, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to captions. I'm going to go to the ones I like, and now I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use single line.
Run.
This one is basically, it's like a negative space that matches, becomes kind of like a negative.
They say self-mastery begins with self-discovery, but you don't really discover who you are
Make sure it's in the middle, yeah.
until you test it.
And then the run towards challenge, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do this one different. We're gonna do word for word.
Towards challenge.
We're gonna do animation, word for word.
Run towards challenge.
Because I want it to be like this. I had it in my mind to do something different. I'm gonna make it red. I know you're probably thinking, what the hell? But I had this in my mind.
Run towards challenge.
It's different. Although the red and the red does not look good. The red on the track. So we're gonna, to be honest, I think white is gonna be the way. I like to make the text tighter. We're gonna add a shadow. Again, this is all in basic. You go to text, you go to basic, all this is here. I don't like how harsh the shadow is, so we're gonna bring the opacity down. I'm gonna blur it a little bit, and we're gonna change the distance, just so it's...
Run towards challenge.
There you go.
Welcome adversity. That's where the real work happens.
Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now we're gonna go to LUTs. We're gonna go to the filters. There's a few that I like to use. We'll see how they look. Okay, we got blur 2, which kind of adds a cinematic kind of glow to it. Make sure you put it underneath the text because you don't want it to actually have an effect on the text. Now this is a little bit harsh, so we're going to decrease this to about 50%. Let's see if it's still harsh.
They say self-mastery begins with self-discovery, but you don't really discover who you.
Now I feel like you can't even see it. Yeah, it's still there. We'll make it 60. I like it at 60.
Adversity.
The only thing I don't like, the only thing I didn't like was this, and I shortened this and I put this in. There you go. It matches the beat. Now, there we go. Here we go, guys. We got an edit. We are finished.
Begins with self-discovery.
I'm gonna now post this on
You
Instagram.
don't really discover who you.
You know, there's a few things I went over in this live edit that I didn't go in the classes, but I'm sure you picked up on it, and we'll see you in the next one.